It's all about.
You put it in a headline.
You know, something I loved when I was growing up was late night nostalgic radio storytelling. I'm Aaron Calafato, and this is Night Stories Live. It's a late night radio show where stories happen in real time, conversations drift, and memories show up whenever you least expect them. Some nights it's personal storytelling, other nights it's conversation with friends and special guests. Always a little nostalgic, always humorous. So if late is where you are, got your headphones on, the lights low, you're in the right place. Let's drift off, let's talk, and let's laugh ourselves to sleep. This is Night Stories Live. Good evening, everybody. Where are you at right now? What are you doing at 9:35 p.m. Eastern Time or wherever that is where you're at? You coming back from work? Have you been back from work for a while? Are you trying to decompress? At this point, I don't know why my voice sounds like, are you in the mood for a radio show? Are things really bad? Has work been a literal nightmare? Well, I have just a solution for you. I've been thinking about this a lot, man. I've been thinking about this. The performance art that we play in our lives and in our jobs, and how nice it is to sort of just forget about all that shit for a little bit. Can we get a break from all the noise? And I'm not saying all noise is bad because I'm making noise right now. But you know what I'm talking about, the demanding noise. Get back to me on that. I need an answer on that. Hurry up. Did you get the TPS reports, Tom? Hurry up on that. It's like we're human beings without a blueprint. And tonight, hopefully, this is a safe space for you to kind of just kick back, relax, and we can chat about so many things. My name is Aaron Calafato. Welcome to Night Stories Live. I am streaming to you from Christmas City, USA. That's right, about 20 minutes south of Cleveland. I'll be joined shortly by my co hosts, Cori and Lisa. If you want to listen quietly while we broadcast, you can stream the show live at nightstorieslive.com. That's nightstorieslive.com. If you're the chatty type, like me, and you want to be part of the conversation, you can join us live right now as we record this on YouTube, Facebook, our Riverside community. You can drop reactions and comments and talk to us, and we'll bring you into the show as best as we can. And if you're listening later, if you got stuff going on like a life, like so many of you do, and you're not able to catch the live stream, Night Stories Live is now available on demand as a podcast on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. All the links are in the show description and all that stuff. Or if you're not a link person, you can just search Night Stories Live wherever you get your podcasts. Make sure that when you do, follow the show, leave 5 stars, and help others find it. All right. Real quick opening here for you before we get rolling. This January has been pretty brutal on a lot of levels. And I just want to say out loud, if you're going through something, who isn't going through something? I was talking about the performance art. One of the things that's so exhausting for so many of us who are trying to earnestly do well in our lives is you're going through your life and you got the shit that you're carrying. And in the interactions, you're trying to be good for other people. Go to any good neighborhood with good folks. Hey, Tom, how you doing this afternoon? I'm doing great. Couldn't be better. Tom turns around 5 seconds later. There's tears streaming down his face. Martha's at the deli. Well, Joan, it's really good to see you. Well, it's good to see you too. And by the way, we're saying these things because we mean it, but in the transactional essence of our lives, we can't download all the stuff we're going through. We just carry it. And there's some spaces for that with the people we love, in therapy, with your church, or with friends, or whatever. My point is, we carry a lot and stuff happens. And there's been many of you who've reached out to me on the side here privately and said, "Hey, I got stuff going on in my life." So I just want to give a shout out to all of you. If you're going through something, we all are, and we're thinking about you. I've gone through something recently. I lost a couple people in my life. My uncle recently passed away. Shout out to the spirit, RIP, Uncle Chris, preceded by his son and my cousin a few years ago, Johnny. They were both Cleveland firefighters and the kind of guys that would run into buildings instead of away from it to help people. And so we've been going through it too. I wanted to offer that up. So even though we're going to laugh tonight, there's going to be stories, lots of humor, all the good stuff of Night Stories. I would be remiss if I didn't say, and I'm sure some of you have seen these memes that are going around where people are looking at the end of January on a global scale, on a statewide scale, on a personal scale, on a weather scale. Listen, I love the cold, but the cold tested a lot of people. There's not many folks out there. We had sickness in our house, but at the end of January, you're looking back at January going, what the hell was that? It's February 5th. It's looking like another tough month. Anyways, wanted to give a shout out to everybody in that very real way. Okay, we got a great show for you tonight. We're going to start talking weather, of course. That's going to be a segment. So as of now, go ahead, just drop your forecast. You know what to do if you're a Night Stories regular here. If you're new to the Night Stories game, drop your local forecast. We'll get to it. We just love talking weather at the top of this. It's a thing to do. And you know we're going to talk about snow and cold. Some of you are praying for spring. I'm enjoying winter. And don't forget, by the way, we said it last week. This week, we have, by popular demand, a new segment we're premiering called Cooking with Cori. That's right, recipes that can change your life and fit your budget. We also have a new segment we're going to experiment with tonight called How Does This Even Happen? That's literally the segment. How does this even happen? Where we mine some of the strangest news headlines. And I asked Cori and Lisa to help us uncover something about it, maybe make sense of it. And here's a spoiler, we're probably not going to find out anything about it, but we'll have fun and laugh telling the stories. Don't forget our classified section. That's towards the end. We read through some of the classified ads from our local paper and try to make sense of it all despite having no impact on your life or your community. And of course, we end the show with a calming story. But look, we're not closing yet. If we end with a story, then let's start with the story. I call this one the Gumball Philosopher. The story was actually released on my podcast, 7 Minute Stories Today. By the way, if you don't know, 7MS is the #1 short form extemporaneous storytelling podcast in the world. That's exciting. So if you haven't followed that yet, please do. You should. But this version of the story was also adapted as a written piece for a new column I'm writing. It's a weekly column for the Medina Weekly called Stories in a Snap. And this story starts with a question. Let me ask you, are there things in your house that arrive without announcing themselves? You know what I mean? Or maybe for many of us men, to be frank, things just have been there in your home, wherever you live, for a long time, and you don't even notice. How is that even possible? Nonetheless, these things, they sit in corners, garages, basements, long enough that you eventually stop seeing them. They become invisible. They become a part of the architecture of your life until one day, what is it? Maybe it's the light. Maybe it's the coffee you're drinking. And something hits you. You notice it. You notice it, maybe for the first time, maybe again, you just forgot, and you think, what the hell is that doing here? Why is it here? And what, that's what you say, by the way, what is its purpose? For me, it was a broken gumball machine in the garage. My beautiful wife, Cori, who you will hear from shortly, loves old things, finding them, sometimes on the side of the road, sometimes in dumpsters, sometimes in trash piles, but she loves fixing them. It's all good stuff. Amazing human being. She loves repurposing them. She loves giving them second lives. Now, this gumball machine, by the way, had been there without me noticing for almost a year. It did not work. It took up space. I couldn't even park the car. So I grabbed it and I started putting it in the trash. And Cori stopped me and she said, "Wait a second. I feel bad throwing this away." She thought maybe there's a story there. You know, who built this gumball machine? Who was using it? Was it in some druggist's store back in the 1940s? Hot dog! Who used it? Where did it come from? All that stuff. And as a sucker for stories, I was like, okay, I get it, but Cori, I just want my garage back. So we compromised. And she said, look, I'll make you a deal. I'll put it on Facebook Marketplace for free. And if in 24 hours someone doesn't come and pick it up, it can go into the trash. That was the deal. I said, you got a deal. 10 minutes later, she puts this on here. Someone says, I'll be there in 15. Well, first they probably said, is this still available? So fast forward, I'm standing there with the gumball machine. Cori's kind of in the garage doing something. A rickety station wagon pulls into the driveway. The gentleman comes out and we both lift the gumball machine together. We're talking dimensions as we're moving too. You think it's going to fit in the back here? I think it's long enough. Dimensions are looking good to me. We closed the trunk, we shook hands, and then he didn't leave. It seemed like he had something important that he wanted to tell me. So I just decided to ask, hey, you going to flip this? You know, like flip the gumball machine and sell it? He said, no. He said, but I have a philosophy. I said, I'd love to hear it. He goes on. The guy in the station wagon who now has the gumball machine says, for 10 years, I lived in a box. I mean, I had a house, but it was a box. I had a car, but it was a box. And I had a job that I went to every single day. And I literally made boxes in a factory. And I'm working just to keep the box I live in going. That box is expensive. And I figured to myself, one day it just hit me that I'm going to keep working, working, working to do all this. And then I'm going to end up in a box. And he goes, it hit me like a bag of bricks. He goes, so I decided to do the opposite. Maybe I'll go the opposite direction. Let me downsize. He took the savings that he had and he bought a little trailer. The only box that he owns, by the way. But now he realizes he had to make some sacrifices. He can't have a family. He can't really have a relationship that he wants. But what he does in his life is he drives around and he picks up people's trash and he turns it into art. And then he gives it away. I said, you don't charge people? He said, no. He gave me his card and he had built a website. He goes, if you see anything you like, obviously not the gumball machine, but if you see the other trash that I turned into art and you like it, just hit me up. I'll bring it over. And I said, you just give it away? He said, I just give it away. He goes on to say, I believe our world needs less debt and more gifts, he says. And he told me living this way had made the rest of this past year the best year of his life compared to the other ones. And so I'm standing there, sun's going down. He drives away slowly. It was like a movie. The gumball machine rattling in the back, and he's waving as the sun is going down. And I stood there realizing, you know, I thought that I was throwing away trash. Maybe I was, maybe I did. I'm not going to lie to you. I was happy that he took the gumball machine, that it was going away. But what I didn't realize was that this man, who I call the Gumball Philosopher, he was the gift. He was the gift. And I have these moments all the time, these cinematic gift moments in my life. And I thought, this wasn't a day where I was throwing something out. I actually received something. And the good news is I could still park my car in the garage. Cori, how was
Hello.
that one for you? Was that a heartwarming story? How'd you feel
Very
about that?
good. Very good. Very accurate to how I felt
You were
about that
there.
nice man.
This is a true
Yeah,
story.
I know. I'm just really happy that we didn't throw the gumball machine in the garbage.
My favorite part is I give my all. I tell this story, and I love where your concern is that the gumball machine is living on in a new form, possibly.
Absolutely.
Let me ask you a question. There she is.
Sorry.
What are you sorry about?
Oh, I thought you were saying there she is to me clearing my throat.
No, no, I'm sorry. I was saying there she is to Lisa because she just showed up.
Oh, hello.
Lisa, I was asking Cori what she thought of the story because her name is Cori that I just told. Let me ask you a question, Lisa. What did you think of the story? Was it heartwarming? I just unmuted you.
Um, it was heartwarming,
I
and
love
then at
and
the
then.
end, I was like, "Is this story true? Because the sun didn't go down because it never came up because we haven't seen the sun in 2 months."
This was a few months ago. It was summertime.
Okay.
Or was it like fallish? I don't
I
remember.
think no, it was the end of summer, so it was a true story. It was a true story. I appreciate you checking that out. Keep me honest. My whole thing is true stories. You're like, yeah, but was it true? No, it really was. And I have a witness. Sweet Cori was there. Did I tell the truth about this thing,
You
Cori?
did. Yes, you absolutely did. Yes.
That was really cute, though. I was struck by you saying something about the sun. I was like, I, I, I haven't seen the sun. I don't
It's
know what
been
you're
s-
talking
it's
about.
it's been so long since we saw the sun.
I
Good,
miss her.
well, the good news is that we are going to be talking about weather. But before we do, let me ask you this. So this opening story that I just told, this was sort of a strange encounter, and there are times where strange encounters, and in this situation, where they go right.
Hmm.
But I just figured we'd talk for a little bit before we get into the weather about strange encounters when they go wrong. Now, I'm
Hmm.
not trying to say, I mean, they can go really wrong where it's bad, where it's like, we have that there's bad encounters, right? Who's the host of her mom's taken hostage? That's not a good
Oh,
encounter. That's a
that's
terrible
terrible.
encounter. That's a strange encounter and it's not good. But in a humorous way, I know you both because of your like the days you guys spend together shopping. You've mentioned some of them. Have you ever had that strange encounter where you were like, "Man, I think this is going to be cool at first and then it starts getting weird?" How did that
Oh,
work
be
out?
cool at first? I don't know that we've ever thought anything was cool at first.
It
We're
never went
always weirded out.
Yeah, we
And
just
unfortunately, Corey and I know how to make a situation even more awkward than
I
it
f-
needs to be.
I feel like people probably think that about us. Is that they start
Absolutely.
off we just um we just were at Home Goods and we were forgot about this. We were
I
rolling
don't
around
remember
in
this.
the do you remember we were rolling around in the rolly chairs all
Where were
throughout
you?
that?
Oh my God. I forgot about that.
I was looking at chairs for our record room with Lisa at Home Goods. And there's like a section of chairs, and Lisa and I were sitting in like office chairs, and I was making her like race across the middle with me, and we were just like rolling all over. And this guy was clearly, he had sat down to like, he'd clearly sat down to let his wife or whoever he was with shop, and he was just trying to scroll on his phone. And then he had Lisa and I. He's like in the center, and Lisa and I are just rolling around him in these chairs.
Did he say anything?
He
Oh,
was
yes.
like, yeah, he just started talking to us, and we were like, mm-hmm, okay.
Yeah,
I
he
do
was having
remember.
like full on conversations with us. But like when we're out, no one else exists.
Truth.
Like we're
Yeah.
just in our own little world, and it's
Um,
like no one's there.
yeah. So like people I think all the time probably feel like they didn't want to interact with us. But
Now, I remember you both telling a story. I think it was a few episodes ago about the lady who had to use the bathroom, and was it DSW?
yeah, it was
Was it
DSW.
DSW shoes? Was that it?
It
Yeah.
was, and I don't know why she felt like we were the people she needed to ask about the bathroom.
She was like, "Do you know where the bathroom is?" And
Have you
then yeah.
have you got cornered? I don't mean this in a bad way, like not an aggressive way. Have either of you gotten cornered by someone? You both go out. Okay, first of all, let's put our cards on the table here. Lisa and Corey go out and they spend days like hanging out, and they said in their own world, spending time with each other. They're on a mission, but it's not like a real mission, but a mission to spend time with each other and have fun.
Spend
So,
time with each other and spend all of our money.
right. Yeah, and that also affects my. I've noticed that my bank account also takes a hit from that as well. But we
Yeah, when
won't
I
go
said
there.
our money, I was talking about you and me.
Oh, okay, okay. So my question though is, have you ever been cornered by like a strange encounter where it's like, listen, at first it's like, yeah, sure, we'll talk, but they won't stop talking. They're like, hey, let me.
Totally. It
Yeah,
just happened to us.
really?
Do you remember the lady when you were talking about the cookie plate and she went on a whole rant about I used to order Cheryl's cookies and they're
Oh
just
yeah.
disappointed. And I was like, yeah, they are a bummer because I was like, oh
But
my God, why are you doing this? Like,
what you need to know though, Aaron, is that you know how like when we see someone that we know that or that like we knew in high school and they start talking and I leave you, like I'll just like walk away while you and I do the
Oh
same thing
boy.
to Lisa. So this lady at Home Goods who was very nice, we were just like looking at and Lisa and I looking at and touching all the things and touching cookie trays and touching these things. And she was like, "I used to order these cookies from this place and they used to be so good and now they're not." And Lisa kept talking and I turned around and walked away.
I was horrified. Like, I was like, okay, I get it. Like, I get that you're disappointed in the Cheryl's cookies. I'm sorry about that. But like it was one of those where you were giving off the like, all right, I'm good with this conversation. Okay. And she was not picking up on it. And
No.
it was rough.
Yes. I actually just yesterday at Meyer, I was looking through the clearance jeans, like, because you know that's what I do. Look at anything,
You
anywhere.
love the clearance jeans.
And there was a really nice older lady in a like an electric wheelchair who came up and she's like, "Oh, I love these. I'm looking at these jeans for my daughter. I don't. My daughters hate when I buy them clothes, but I keep doing it." And I was like, "That's really nice. My mom still buys me stuff. I love it." And then she just went on and on and on, and I didn't know how to get out of it
You're
until
trying to get out.
I just literally in the middle of her sentence went, "Okay, have a good day," and left.
Yeah, it's so uncomfortable for me.
I I think our most uncomfortable interaction happened at a restaurant.
Is this out? Are we going there? You may have
We're not
mentioned
telling the
before.
Arby's story.
No, no,
Not
not
that
the
one.
Arby's, but how about the Outback story?
Oh,
Lisa got some
Can we go
chicken.
there? Can we go there?
Her chicken her chicken that she ordered was slightly undercooked, and by slightly I
and
mean it was
Corey, was
definitely
this
raw.
like 10
Unacceptable.
years ago or more?
At this point it was probably like 10 years ago, yeah, at least.
Feels like yesterday.
It
Yes.
does feel like yesterday. And the guy that worked at Outback who smelled like cool water and cigarettes came over and was like, I want to do whatever it takes to make this right. And then he leaned over the table, put his elbows on the table,
His
put
leg
his
up.
put his leg up, yeah, put his leg up like on the booth and said very closely to Lisa's face, "I just want to please you."
Oh boy.
It was one of and then Lisa and I swear I spit water out of my face. Uh I I don't even know what happened after that other
I
than
wanted
us
to like
laughing in his
melt into
face.
a puddle and like disappear.
It was one of the funniest things I've ever experienced in my life. And I think you were just like, "I just want cooked chicken."
I just want. Can you just cook my chicken?
Oh my my God.
Like I kept doing the whole like it's cool, it's cool. No, I'm not here to make a scene. No, like I just wanted you to know. I just maybe chicken that is not raw, like that'd be really cool. And like he was just like, I just want to please you.
It was so wild.
Was he a
It's
manager?
yes.
Yes.
There it
Yes.
is. I knew it.
And he was in like a brown khaki, not even a khaki, like a
Ugh.
brown dress pant.
A lot of
I'll
cool
never
water.
forget it. Yeah, he smelled literally like he went outside and smoked a pack of cigarettes and then
Yep.
doused himself in cool water.
Yeah, menthol with some brute, probably.
It was really intense. We also had a lady point a gun at us once.
That's it. Okay, that's insane.
Yeah,
We've had some wild experiences, Corey.
I know. It's interesting.
And that was a whole thing where that happened at a Walmart, didn't? Where you were like, can I put that out there?
Oh man. Yes, you can put that out there.
Well, no, it's at probably end of the night, right? You're trying to shop, and the only places that are
Oh no,
open
no.
are like a 7-Eleven and a Walmart.
It was definitely 1 o'clock in the morning.
Wow,
Yes.
you're still going.
This
You're still
was
shopping.
so long ago. I think this was before we had any kids. Or maybe we had
No,
no, we had both kids.
Dear
I
Lord.
think
We
I
did.
think we did.
The boys were little. They were like toddlers, infants maybe even. And this lady Lisa and I used to really enjoy the like the nightgowns from the Walmart as we started looking at as a joke, and then I found out they were really comfortable, and I would only buy them at 1 o'clock in the morning.
Well, you can't buy a moo in the middle of the day. No
No,
one.
oh no,
That's
only at night,
not
obviously,
acceptable.
Why?
because
You
it's a
can't.
moo, Aaron. So we were looking
You
at
can't let
moo.
people know you're buying moo.
And because I'm as mature as I am, I was possibly maybe putting them on over my clothes. And this lady came up,
Moo-moos?
yep, moo on over my clothes, trying them on over my clothes. And this lady came and pointed a gun at us. She had on one flip flop. And all I
That's an
know,
interesting detail, by the way.
all I could think
Yeah,
of,
she did have on one shoe.
one shoe. And she pointed a gun at us and was
my
laughing
God.
maniacally. I'll never forget the laugh.
Man,
And-
I'd
No,
be
that
so
laugh was
scared.
horrifying.
And the only I was like, "Are you serious?" I think I said, "Are you serious?" And all I could think was, if this is how we die in court, they're gonna show this video of Lisa and I trying on moo in the store,
Like, not only trying them on, we would like put them on and like do jigs. Like
do
we
little
were,
weird dances. In true Cori and Lisa fashion. So we're trying on these moo and then Lisa, I look over and
I
Lisa,
say WTF to her.
yeah, yep, she does. And then the lady runs off, and Lisa, for a moment, chases her.
I
Like,
wow.
runs after her, and I'm like, "What are you doing? Come back!" Like, I'm like, "We need to get under a clothing rack."
I
was
think like just
Yeah.
my adrenaline kicked in. I don't think
Yeah.
I knew what I was doing. Like I think I couldn't believe that someone just pointed a gun at us. And
Yeah.
then I was like in my head, I'm like, I'm gonna take this girl down.
Yeah, you're like hell
But
no.
like
Hell
yes.
no.
Yes, I like lost control of myself.
It was wild. And then we were like, "Oh my God, what do we do?" And then someone was like, "We just called the police. You're gonna have to fill out a police." And we were like, "Where do we go? Where is she now?" Like, it was a whole thing. To this day, I still don't know if it was a real gun or not. They never told us.
I want to say yes.
I think it had to have been.
There was nothing fake, and she was
And that's scary.
shit crazy.
yeah.
Excuse me.
And you know what's crazy is that even if it's not, your mind is trying to make sense of like what is happening right now.
I was just like, not like this. That's all I
Did you
could think.
did you say not like this?
I think both of us in our head was like, we were like, really? Is this how we're going down?
Like, I can't possibly let this be my final moments. It was wild. And
you know-
I'm certain it was a real gun. I mean, I think
I
I
think
think
for a while we tried to tell ourselves that it wasn't.
that's what I think too. I think we were like, that wasn't real. But actuality, I think it was definitely real.
Because she got arrested.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. I mean, hearing this story, I'm thinking you both did actually a pretty good job. And Lisa, I am very similar to you where I run towards it, where I'm like, I'm taking you. It's probably not the smart thing to do, but the way I'm built, I am like, I am like, what is it? I'm gonna take the threat down. I'm gonna
Yeah,
de-escalate.
yes, I like got hood in
Yes,
the moment.
you went in,
I
you
was
went
like,
in. You're gonna take him out.
no, no, not me.
Corey,
I was crying.
do you think that I feel like I'm pretty good in like when things don't go well, right? Like I start the broadcast off by telling the story of the Gumball Philosopher. You guys are getting tracked down in Walmart and you're getting weird managers at Outback making passes at you. That I mean, that's a total different continuum. And that's life and that's life. And that's the thing is the stranger experience goes one of two ways, and that's just the flavor of life. But do you both think you did pretty well in that situation?
Yes,
Like,
I mean, we both literally, like, as soon as well, after Lisa came back, we just started laughing uncontrollably. We laughed the whole time we were filling out the police
trying
report.
to cope with what happened,
We
probably.
got in the car and we were like, did that just happen? And then we couldn't stop laughing.
I think
Now
we were
you're
in
laughing
total shock.
maniacally. Yeah, yeah. Now
I,
you're laughing maniacally with muumuus on.
I definitely think we were in shock for sure.
Yeah.
And don't worry, we still go back and look at moo So,
It took us years though.
yeah, it did.
I was gonna say, was there a little time where you both stopped?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we stopped going there for a really long time.
Not
And
to let the listeners think that I'm a big Walmart shopper, but
Yeah.
like I for years would not go in there by myself.
Yeah. I still don't think
'Cause-
I've been into one by myself.
that's
And
scary.
then now I don't go in that one ever because it's not like the one in
Yeah.
my area.
Yeah.
Except for when I'm with you. But no, it took me years to be able to go in there and feel like not that Walmart's the comforting place that you imagine, but to feel comfortable.
Yeah. And not feel like, oh God.
Yeah.
Do you think you both, outside of this circumstance, and then I'm going to ask the inverse, and then we're going to get to weather. Do you think you both, when strange occurrences and strange interactions go wrong and potentially turn into emergencies, do you think generally you both react well or disastrous?
I think
Uh,
that in small situations, I overreact. But I think, like, in a big situation, like the lady with the gun, I probably underreacted because normal people would have, like, started running immediately. I just was like, are you serious? Like, my brain couldn't process it.
Right, right.
Lisa, what about you?
um, I think if I'm not totally like taken off guard, I probably I don't know. I make everything super awkward. I'm just a really awkward person. But
No, you're not.
I do think I for the most part handle things well, I think.
Corey, do you think
Yes.
I handle myself well in emergency situations?
It
Oh boy.
depends. It depends on the type of emergency.
What do you mean? I was going to say a blanket yes, that I am
Oh God,
unbelievable in
this
emergencies.
this is gonna be bad.
No, you're great in an emergency.
Look at her turning it around. She's
She's
like, I
flip.
better tread
She just
lightly.
flipped me for real. She flipped the script. Flipped you for real. Wait a
Flipped
second,
it.
Corey. But wait a second. Flipped you for real. Wait. Why did you? When I said how do I handle myself? Because I think I was driving with my daughter and there was the tsunami. And I remember in these moments where all of this water went to the front of the windshield and I couldn't see. And she's panicking. And I literally, in those moments, I'm like, don't fear, we will be okay.
Yes, you're great.
In those moments,
Mm-hmm.
I operate really calmly when things go awry. I'm able to like lock in and deconnect with my I'm like I turn into MacGyver. I am very something in in the I would say it wrong. The ancient uh
Ancient.
yeah, the my DNA, the way I'm built, the Neanderthal that's in me. I and yes, you can say Neanderthal or Neanderthal if anyone's wondering. But my point is, there's
I
something
was.
in me. Yep, that's I just point. And if you were, that means most of the listeners are going, "What did he just say?"
I
Here's the
thought it
thing.
too.
Yeah, it was like, what is this guy like? He's putting like a tilde on the Neanderthal.
I'm
No,
like, he is a
he
Neanderthal. What's
is.
happening?
This guy can't even speak right. Look at this guy. Look at this guy. No, but I literally can focus in and I can take care of business. Cori,
Corey,
I need you to
what
affirm or deny
situations?
this.
Confirm.
I don't.
She doesn't sound confident. I
I
feel like
know.
she specifically is thinking of something that happened that she's like, yeah, you were a disaster, Aaron.
Just lay it out there, Cori. Is it like what's going on?
The first thing that popped into my head was when during COVID, when you took that first COVID test that was
I'm done.
positive, and you literally had no symptoms except you had like a little fever, and I was sitting in the bed and you turned around and you were like, what do I do? What do I do? What, ha, ha, ha," and you couldn't finish the sentence, and you said, do I need to go to the hospital? And then you literally threw yourself onto the bed, and I was so concerned about you, not because of your illness, but because I thought you were gonna like mentally lose your mind. But then in that same thing, I got COVID right after you, or at the same time as you. I was much sicker than you, and you were making me get out of bed in the middle of the night and exercise, and you took my I would wake up to you taking my blood pressure and my pulse oxygen
I was
thingy.
running a nurse station in our home, Lisa. Tommy would be proud of me. I was running a a wellness and health facility out of our bed.
He was really worried that stuff was gonna like settle into my lungs, so he would literally get me up like every 2 hours throughout the night and make me walk around.
Just light exercise.
Isn't that
That is
insane?
hilarious.
I was
I
like,
mean, listen,
please, no, I'm so sick.
I think we all freaked out a little bit with COVID. Like, I think that we all became a little
I,
irrational.
I'm not
I,
laughing at
for
you,
one,
Lisa. I'm sorry. I'm just thinking of Corey being like, yeah. And I know I've interrupted you twice, but Lisa, so stay right where you're at. I just want to say and add to what you just said. Think about what my wife just did. She's saying, "Oh yeah, there was this rare thing that we've never experienced before." By the way, I also I also am a little bit of a hypochondriac. You can relate to this, Lisa. So like anything
yes,
else I'd be fine, but it just so happened that a rare virus hits the world. And she's like, "And really no one knows what's happening and you got it and you were scared, Aaron."
You weren't scared. You almost passed out.
Yeah, I freaked out, okay?
Corey, I was wiping down my groceries with bleach wipes.
Well, so was I.
I mean, we were all doing things that I'm actually not really proud of when I think about it now.
Mhm.
It was kind of obnoxious, truly. But
Same.
I'm a germaphobe, so like,
You can relate.
oh dear God, yes. Like the minute, and this has nothing to do with COVID, the minute someone coughs, Corey knows this. The
Oh yeah.
minute someone coughs in my head, I'm like, great, now I'm gonna get tuberculosis from
She
this
always thinks
person.
she's gonna get tuberculosis. She's obsessed with tuberculosis.
It's a tough illness. It's a tough
Why
one.
do I always think it's no, no one could have a cold? It's tuberculosis
It's TB for
and I'm
sure.
Obviously.
gonna die. Yes.
Obviously, it's tuberculosis.
We're very similar in that regard. Is that what you were going to say
Yes.
before? You were going to ask Corey something too, and I cut you off. Do you remember?
I really, because I knew that she had something secret that she really wanted to share about your handlings of
He's
crazy situations.
he's good in a lot of crazy situations, though. I'm
And
a disaster all the time.
well, I think what we've netted out here with is that I'm really good in emergency when it doesn't have to do with like some sort of contagion or myself with ill, like that. I'm with you. At least I go to I would be at work. Someone comes in, and this is a very American thing where people just show up with colds or they come.
Ugh.
Everyone wonders why, if you look at any like stock footage, if you haven't been to Japan or other urban spaces in a lot of countries, but Asian countries, they have masks on. People are like, what? You'd think, why are they always sick? They're not sick. They're considerate.
That's yes.
They're
We do
wearing a
live in a non-considerate world,
right.
for sure.
They're just like, I remember my manager showing up and they're like, how you doing? I'm like, good. They're like, I got TB. You got tuberculosis? Yep, showing up. I had a deadline to hit. And then the whole office is out.
Yes.
So I do freak out because you never know. But when outside of the illness thing and the contagion, a little bit of the, the kind of kooky Woody Allen, thing that I got going on, not that thing, but the illness, fear thing, I'm with you. Outside of that, I think I handle it pretty well. Gosh darn it. And people like me.
I'm with you, Aaron. If it's pretty much anything other than like people coughing or wanting to shake my hand, I'm good.
Yeah.
Folks, let's get to weather. We have a lot of temperatures and I'm sorry, not temperatures, forecasts in the comments. Did you see anything here? I looked at, let's see, 50 degrees in Missouri, it looks like. And a sad face, was that from Chad?
I think so, yeah.
I love that. He's like me. He's sad that tomorrow's a high of 50 degrees. High of 62 on Monday and Tuesday.
Oh, God,
When
I
does
would
it
love
end?
that.
What? That sounds amazing. That is like a heat wave.
62 sounds wonderful.
It does.
I saw in Oregon, Dwayne always comes in with an amazing forecast. Southern Oregon, high of 70.
Oh,
What?
man.
Currently 56, low of 33. Lisa and Corey, you both got I know you did. I texted both of them. And I think, by the way, Dwayne leaving a zinger on the YouTube page. Anybody that is following Night Stories, if you get a chance, you can always. I think I've opened up the feature where you can post things on the YouTube page as like a community. It's not just me. So if you want to post stuff, ask questions, have show ideas, you can go to Night Stories on YouTube and drop a post in the community tab there. But I think Dwayne responded to when we were not able to do it last week because we were sick. Dwayne said, "Careful with the open windowed showers in the dead of winter, Aaron," with a zinger. Dwayne, that's not how I got sick. And I also, Dwayne, it's hilarious. I sent a picture of an open window, just the window, folks, the open window and the showers going. What did you both see in that movie? I sent you that video. You saw steam coming in from the outside. You saw air crystallizing. And then all Lisa said was, she said something like, "You're a sick individual."
It's true. It's true.
She goes, "You're sick." That's why she said, "You're sick."
You're sick.
Because
That's
like
sick.
I can't. Like Corey and I are under heated blankets, and you're like, I'm gonna take out the wall in the bathroom so it could be real cool in there.
January was rough. How are we thinking about February? Let's dive into some just weather feelings here. Are you guys doing okay?
Listen, the winter has driven me to a point of cutting my own bangs. Lisa mentioned it one time, and then I did it. I'm literally maybe having a breakdown. If the sun doesn't come out soon, I might shave my head.
Are we having an issue with the sun? Is that the problem? Lisa, you said at the beginning of the show, you were talking about how you actually questioned the validity of the Gumball Philosopher story. You're in such a dark place. You're questioning truth from fiction, and
Over the sun.
over the sun,
Yes.
because the sun. The issue is that there's no sun. I haven't really noticed that. I guess it has been really dark for a while, huh?
What?
Yeah.
It is brutal out there.
Where is the sun? What does the sun
It
look like?
exists. Oh, stop.
What
You know,
what what does it feel like? What's
Listen, I've
warmth?
said this before, and I think maybe even on here, when I lived in New Jersey, the sun came out in the winter.
you're right.
Here, it
Never.
is awful. I'm like, I could maybe get through the cold winter if I could see my friend sun.
I could do
But
it if you
no,
moved to the same town as me.
do you know how terrible that would be for Aaron, Corey?
He would love it.
I think the
He
show
would
would benefit.
hurt me.
I think the show might
Aaron would
benefit.
hurt me.
No,
Oh,
he'd be
no.
so happy.
I'm a peaceful man. No anger here.
See, he'd be thrilled. He'd get rid of me sometimes.
Until he had to listen to us in person all the
He
time.
listens to us basically in person all the time, anyways, because we're always
That's true.
FaceTiming.
Current
That's
temperature
true.
here in Medina, 16 degrees. Corey, got to get through it without an emotional response.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Sorry.
You can afterwards just let me get. This is important for anyone in Medina to know. Obviously, everyone else around the globe, this doesn't matter to you, but I got to say, it's 16 degrees. Currently, it feels like 9. By the way, can we just say the temperature it feels like? Why do we have this? Why do we have these categories of what it is and what it feels like? Can't you just say what it feels like? Because isn't that what it is?
It feels like misery. Why don't they just put that? Disgusting. It's awful out, no sun, and we're all going under.
High of 20 today. That was like summertime, to be honest with you. A little warm for me. And a low of -1, which is a bit challenging. But that's the temperature in our neck of the woods. So, Lisa, you're spot on. I lived about 5 years in New Jersey. I bridge and tunneled, and I was doing the acting thing. I could afford, it's a whole story. My fiance at the time didn't want to live in the city, so we compromised and we lived in New Jersey, which was really just a rough situation for the commute for me. But anyways, you're right. Not only does it snows sometimes, they're not really prepared. Like this winter, New Yorkers are freaking out. It's freezing out here. The snow's crazy. But they aren't really prepared for the snow. They can deal with cold. They do cold. But to your point, whether it's snow, sleet, cold, they have winter weather in New York City, but they have sun. And that, I'm not trying to say they're like Denver. I'm just saying compared to the Northeast Ohio, Cleveland area, they have a ton of sun compared to us. I think there's something to be said. We got to look this up. Our show researcher that doesn't exist. We should look this up. I believe Ohio has many Air Force bases here and a lot of government radar equipment and stuff like that here because of what you're saying. I believe we have one of the fewest annual amounts of sunlight in the entire nation.
I think
Cleveland,
that's
Ohio
true.
experiences approximately 166 to 168 sunny days per year, which is below the U.S. average of 205.
160?
160.
Do y'all get that? Cleveland, we're seeing the sun only
One of
160 days.
one of the cloudiest cities in the nation, Cleveland often has around 66 completely clear days annually.
Wait a second. Do y'all get that? 66 days? You're looking at 365? 300 of the days aren't clear.
Yep.
That's what I'm talking about. If you live here, you know it. It's
You,
bad. It's gray here.
It's still beautiful though, and I love it here, but
Good for you.
but when
we have,
but don't you, isn't this, like you were saying, Corey, when it is sunny, man, we appreciate it.
oh yeah, we do. Also, we have the best parks, and we have a really great
Here she
theater
goes. Yep.
district.
That's
Oh
And
the
God,
thing.
also
here
we
she
have,
goes
we have,
selling
No,
the state.
I love it though, Corey. You and I, that we go right to the second largest theater or regional theater
our art museum
complex
is
next to Lincoln Center,
incredible.
the art museum. Hell yeah. You got to be tough here, folks. And when we're talking weather, you got to be tough. And I have to say, Lisa, I know we have, listen, friendships intact, but we do have a difference. I like the fact that the weather, not only do we have seasons, but I like cold weather. I do agree sometimes, I will admit, in February, January, February, we're just getting into February here, so we really need each other on night stories to keep each other warm. It's a weird thing to say, but you know
Yeah,
what
it
I'm
was.
saying. Your heart and your ears. But my point is, you need.
You just want to please us. Is that what you're saying?
Is that what's happening here? Are you wearing
Great, though.
cool water right now?
He's smoking.
I am wearing cologne.
Not cool water though.
I wear cologne before I do any radio, podcast, or Zoom calls. Isn't that weird? As if they can smell it.
Yep, he comes and puts on fresh cologne before he works in the basement by himself. It's amazing.
He's got
I
an image.
I got an image and they can
It's
smell it
true.
through the cameras and the microphones. I have to tell you, I do agree January and February, those are rough months. And I do get to a point where I'm like, could use a little bit of sun. But I like the fact that there's dark. I like, for example, when November starts coming around, what do I say to you, Corey? And I tell people here on this show, sun starts going down. They change the time a little bit, about 4 or 5 o'clock. I I like the night.
He loves it.
That's why we do night stories, folks. Okay, if you have any more forecast or weather things, you know where to leave it in the comments. I want to, Corey.
All I was gonna say is Lisa and I should do day stories while you do night
Yes.
stories. It'll just be her and I
Oh,
talking about how we're
day
laying in bed and taking a nap.
Yes.
day
Listen, I
stories.
can barely get through this time of year without 60 naps a day.
At least 42 naps a day.
Does
But
this
my mom
does this help?
just
By the way,
reminded me. Yes, it does. My mom just reminded me that summer in Ohio, really beautiful.
the best.
Can I move in
It
with your mom
really
in the
is.
winter?
Yes, she is willing to house us all winter long.
Okay, let's go.
You have to, and that's the thing. Your mom is right. You're right. What we have here in the summer, spring through the summer, is literally one of the best spring. Like maybe not spring. The summers in Ohio are like some of the best ever. They really are,
They
and the
are.
fall is beautiful as well. It really 5 to 6 months out of the year, it's really pure bliss here. The other 6 months, you better be tough. And here's the thing:
I'm
you
not
gotta
tough.
you gotta earn it, folks.
I'm not tough. I just take antidepressants.
Girl, if you live here and you don't, you are
That's
a trooper.
incredible. Yeah, Aaron, look at you. It's amazing.
I just shoot myself with vitamin D. Let's get to work. I'm high on life, man.
I have to be on all the uppers.
Same.
You do have to be tough. You really, and I do like not only the metaphor, but the living metaphor of getting through a dark winter to appreciate the spring. I take some not only solace, but it's a spiritual growth thing for me. I've always appreciated that. I feel like I can see the light at the end of the tunnel. I think it prepares you for stuff in life. I think if you're living on a beach 75 degrees all the time, how are you going to handle shit in life?
Aaron, I agree with you. You know, like when it kind of gets a little warmer and you get that first like smell of
Oh,
spring.
It's great.
it's perfect.
Yes, and you're like, oh my God, it's finally coming. The dark days are over. Here we go. I'm with you. It does make me appreciate it, but I don't know how long I could do this winter thing.
Yeah, that's right. I know. The -15 week was a stark reminder that that's a different level.
Did you
Yes.
shower with the window open still on those days?
Of course he did.
More than
God.
more open than I usually do.
He loves to muddle through.
I love the cold. Hey, I have a segment that we're introducing here. I think you both are going to appreciate. And really, this is me reading you. There's 3 news stories here. The segment is called "How does this even happen? What happened? How does this even happen?" These are 3 true news stories. I'm going to read them one at a time. I'm not all 3 of them, but we'll go one. But the whole thing is here. I want to get Cori and Lisa's take on how something like this happens. And clearly, we're not going to figure out anything. We're just going to laugh and go off the rails. But that's the whole fun. Okay.
Okay.
So, first one, and this is funny. I saw a text from you, Lisa. I don't think this has something to do with a trip to Goodwill or something, but maybe it does. Okay. Somebody apparently donated a human skull to Goodwill.
Yes.
What?
Yeah.
Yes, I sent it to you, Corey.
Oh, okay. I thought in the text, Lisa, that it was you.
I thought you sent me
I
a
thought
skull.
Jesus, no.
I
Dear
thought you was like,
listeners, please no. I'm a germaphobe. Do you think I'm
I
touching
know.
any skull? No.
That's why I was like, Lisa? Because you were like, isn't that the one I sent you? I'm like, you sent the skull?
She sent me the story, I think
The
is
story,
what
the
she's saying
story.
now. I didn't get that before.
Folks, we need to make this clear. It was not Lisa who sent the skull, but a human skull apparently was donated to Goodwill, and police seek a woman who dropped it off. Police in Michigan are investigating after a human skull was discovered inside a donation inside a donation box at a Goodwill store.
A real human skull?
A real
So,
human
yeah,
skull. It
they're
had
trying to find the woman because they want to know if she's aware of it being a real human skull or if maybe it was just like someone gave it to her like as a gift. Like,
That's
here's this
wild.
beautiful skull. Like, so they're not even sure yet, from what I saw, if she even is aware that it was a human skull.
apparently the skull had been wrapped in clothing, and surveillance footage showed a woman dropping off items earlier that day. This is sourced from many. Lisa, you're not wrong. This was from People Magazine, and why this actually happened. Basically, investigators believe the skull may have come from medical, educational, or antique belongings unintentionally donated during a household cleanout. But they don't know, and they're trying to figure this out. I mean, talk about taking spring cleaning to another level.
It's
How
She
that
took all the skeletons out of the closet.
that
it's her actual skull and her head's just deflated like a pancake on top of her shoulders.
My question for you both, and I want you to
Aaron
riff
just
on
glazes
this.
right over that.
No, no, I'm trying.
Are you
I'm trying to.
picturing it, Lisa? Like a
You're
deflated
out of
Macy's
control.
Thanksgiving Day parade
Can you both?
balloon.
Can you both riff a little bit here? In all seriousness,
Wow,
how
wow, wow, wow.
how does this? How does something like this even happen?
I have no idea. I mean, I've donated all sorts of stuff on accident, I'm sure.
A skull?
Never a skull, but I don't know.
And what would make someone go, someone will like this. This is a nice skull. Let
Maybe
me
she
give it
didn't
to the
even
Goodwill.
realize it.
If it were wrapped up in clothing?
Maybe she thought it was a Halloween decoration.
No, that's what I was saying. I think they're trying to find the woman. I don't know if they have because I think they're like unsure if this woman like even knew what she had.
What she had, yeah. Ew,
Did you
what if she
look at
like
it before
what if
you
she
put it in the
found it
thing?
what if she found it like randomly in her basement and then she donated it thinking it was a Halloween decoration?
Right. She was like, this is spooky.
Somebody'll like this.
I'm getting a lot of comments. Someone, oh, by the way, Chad said that he's eating Cookie Crisp right now. By the way,
Cookie crisp.
fantastic choice. Enjoy that.
I forgot that
Dw-
existed.
Dwayne was asking me to prove it that I didn't get sick from the window. Corey, can you tell Dwayne that I didn't get sick because I was given the sickness from either, I think it was my daughter.
Yes. Yes, the window doesn't make him sick. The window helps prevent him from getting sick, is what
It
we
So
think.
strengthens
I think
me.
people are unaware sometimes that the coldness doesn't make you sick. It's a virus. Like you remember when we were kids, like don't go outside without a jacket, you're gonna get sick, or don't leave with a wet head, you'll get sick. That's not actually true.
I always wonder that when people do cold plunges in the winter, I'm like, how do they not get sick? Because my mom would say, like, cover up, you get sick.
Yet,
If you let heat out of your head, you get sick.
yes, cover up your ears, get your neck covered. No, it's a virus. There's
I
like
I drive Aaron crazy because he'll say to Luciana, he'll say to the kids like, "Hey, make sure you put on a hat. We don't want you to get sick." And I'm like, "You don't get sick from the cold. Germs make you sick." And he's like, "Okay, Corey, I know."
But I know that it has happened to me before where I will get, like, I don't know, I'll have like wet hair and I'm in the cold and I get stuff, then I get a sick, or I've heard people say to me, oh man, I'm gonna catch a cold. And they actually someone has said anytime my feet get cold and I'm in the cold, I get sick. What say you?
It's coincidence.
I
A, co-
agree. I mean, what
a
we
coinky
would
dink.
have to have a
An expert?
uh
You know
we'd have to have
somebody.
a Tom come on and give us the rundown on it. But yeah, no, it's a virus. It's whatever germs. Being cold or hot is not going to make you like sick, like a cold, or you know what I mean. You might get hypothermia.
Hmm.
Maybe the person in that lady's house who died had hypothermia and she just found the skull.
Dun
It's
dun
cold in Michigan.
dun.
Now, I have a question. Do you think it's possible? Because, we're always cleaning out our stuff, and maybe it was someone else's house and she just found boxes because they
Totally.
did say it was wrapped up. So while it could be something where it's like, oh, I'm going to wrap up this weird skull, or I think it's a Halloween decoration. What if, here's an idea. What if she's just cleaning out boxes and she donates it because she's like, it's not my stuff. I better take it to Goodwill because, like someone I know, she feels bad throwing it away.
Yeah,
And so she takes it to Goodwill. They open it up. Next thing you know, they got a human skull.
it's wild.
That's plausible, right?
Absolutely.
Definitely. I can't wait until they find this woman and question her because I just want to know, like, what does she say to all this? Like, where did this come from?
This is a developing story here on Night Stories, by the way, not known for our breaking news, but damn it, this is a developing story. I got another story to share. Apparently, hundreds of Victorian era shoes washed onto a beach.
What?
What?
Yeah,
What
Victorian.
beach?
It's in Wales. I don't know it's a Welsh shoreline. I don't know the name of the beach, but apparently hundreds of antique shoes appeared along a Welsh shoreline, likely released from a long sunken cargo ship as it deteriorated.
What?
That's wild.
I'm looking this up because I want to see the shoes.
I mean, did they say like how old they're talking?
What does it say? What is Victorian era? Is that the 1700s, 1600s?
Oh my
Victor
gosh, hundreds of Victorian era shoes have washed ashore at Ogmore by Sea Beach in
1800s, I think.
Wales, with over 400 pieces discovered since September 2025. These shoes, primarily black leather boots, are believed to originate from a shipwreck of an Italian cargo vessel that struck Tusker Rock approximately 150 years ago.
How were they still like after being in the water, like still shoes?
I don't know. Oh my gosh, there's pictures.
While you're looking at that, just from a history standpoint, Lisa, the Victorian era, because of Queen Victoria, began. I wanted to give you specific dates. Began June 20th, 1837, with Queen Victoria's ascension to the throne, and ended with her death on January 22nd, 1901, covering her 63-year reign. So shoes during that time period are washing. Can you imagine? You're just walking along the beach,
Oh
all of a
my
sudden,
God.
that's incredible.
That is wild.
That's kind of scary.
How does that
Unless,
happen?
do you think maybe that they were like in some kind of secure container and then it just opened at some point recent?
Yeah, I think that's what they think is that like it was in a box and it got hit or something occurred and it finally popped open.
What happens, they say, and again, it's not guaranteed, but the how does this happen answer is apparently shipwrecks. You think it's like, oh, it's wrecked at the bottom of the ocean, and your mind's not thinking about like, how's it going on inside of that ship? Like, no one's thinking about that. And apparently, over time, because of the water and all the different chemical compounds breaking down and all of this stuff, erosion with the whatever. I'm not a damn scientist. My point is, it decays over time, and
Hmm.
ocean currents basically help decay it, and then it'll open up a box or a treasure chest or a sealed container, to your point, from a ship, and then the currents take it from there and carry the shoes ultimately to
The beach.
the beach.
That's so cool.
That
I thought,
actually is pretty cool.
all right, we got the last one with how does this happen? There's not clearly a very easy or neat answer for this. This is more just sort of this could happen to any of us, I think. But in this case, both of you having your Walmart experience, I think, could relate to this. A woman tells police she was trying to be a mermaid when she was found swimming nude in a private pond.
Hmm.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Is Methany recovered now, or
Police responding to a trespassing call found a woman swimming nude in a private pond and she refused to leave. They said, "Why?" She said, "I'm trying to be a mermaid."
I'm trying to be a mermaid?
Quote, "I'm trying to be a mermaid."
Well,
I love this lady.
gotta give her credit for trying, I suppose.
Apparently, this is there
Where
was
was this, Aaron?
I'm looking this up somewhere that's cold because they had to bring in a medical unit because of exposure to cold temperatures. This is Cincinnati, Core.
No, it's
No, it's
not.
not.
What's
I told you
WKRC
point?
what the lack
12
of
local
sun does
12.
to you.
That's I'm trying to be a mermaid.
I told you, Aaron. See,
Lisa, you're
this
not
is
too
the
far. You're going to
perfect
start swimming in
example.
pools.
I'm going to be the next Kraken. Watch out.
I'm
Oh my
looking
gosh.
it up now.
Yeah, let me know. But this apparently happened in Cincinnati. Yeah, how does this look? How does this happen? Obviously, some people are cracking up. There's other folks who suffer from mental illness, but I think that's a very real thing. That said, here's another one of those strange encounters, right? Where it's like I get the Gumball Philosopher. This guy in Cincinnati is looking in his pond. He's like, "Is that a woman swimming naked in my pond?" How hilarious! It had to be the weirdest thing in the. What do you do if that's happening?
Well, they wrecked her dreams. Now she's never going to be a mermaid.
Now this is saying Louisiana.
Oh, I'm sorry. It is Louisiana. It was the cover. The source was a Cincinnati-based news. Sorry, Cincinnati. Sorry to put you
Yeah,
out
it was
there.
reported by Cincinnati. Yes.
Sorry about that. Sorry about that.
Don't do that to Cincy.
Corey, are you ready? By the way, for a segment that has been
Yeah.
people are foaming at the mouth. We want to introduce a new segment we're calling Cooking Cooking with Corey.
You
By the
sounded
way,
like cooking.
Cooking
Maybe
with
we
Corey
should call it Corey is cooked.
or Corey is cooked. These are, by the way, recipes that are not only delicious, and I can attest to this, but they are good for your budget too. Corey, take it
They're good for
away.
your budget too. Tonight I made actually these really delicious um, sloppy Joe things, which I never have made in my life. I have never made any sloppy joes before ever. So I made Texas toast. Lisa, did I tell you all of this, or did I just tell you I was going to make sloppy joes?
You told me about the Texas toast part.
Okay,
I
so
bet that Texas toast is wonderful.
dude, it was so good. So you bake Texas toast per the instructions, and then you take it out and you use a spoon to like push down in the middle of it to make like a little well. And then you put sloppy Joe stuff in it in that little hole. And then you put a piece of provolone on top, and then you bake it another 5 minutes. It was so good. It was
So,
also so easy.
so wait a
A
second.
little manwich, if you will.
Let's break down the ingredients for folks real quick. I know you took us through a quick sort of 1, 2, 3. What are the ingredients we need here to make this thing? Because I will tell you, you brought this down because I was like, I was having a stressful day at work. We're doing contracts and podcast stuff, and I was like, I can't eat at the table tonight. I have to work. I have to eat through work. I have to. I'm gonna dinner. I'm gonna dinner through work. And I don't. I started losing my mind. I was like, and you were like, okay, dude, I'm gonna bring the food down. So she brings it down. I requested. I don't know why. I said, if you're gonna make sloppy joes, which by the way I didn't even realize, we've been together for 15,000 years. You've never made a sloppy joe. To your point, ever.
Nope.
What you bring
And
down,
don't worry,
Lisa,
everybody. I did make them extra sloppy.
extra sloppy. But
Per
Lisa,
Adam Sandler. So,
what
yeah.
she brought down changed my life today. First I requested Ruffles chips on the side. I always like Ruffles chips with sloppy joes. But
Which I
Cori,
did provide.
which she did provide, what she brought down and what I tasted here, folks, I'm telling you, if you're listening right now or your significant other is interested in cooking, I'm telling you, take this recipe. I took a bite of this thing. It knocked me off. I had to sit down. Oh, I fell
It,
down. Oh,
I think it may have been the easiest thing I've ever made.
walk me through the ingredients needed if someone were to make this.
1 box of Texas toast. I should have bought 2. Next time, I will buy 2, depending on the size of your family. We have 47 kids. So next time, definitely 2 boxes of Texas toast. And then a pound of ground beef. 1 can of, is it Manwich? Is that what the sloppy joe mix is
It's
called?
Manwich.
It's the first time I ever bought it in my life. It was $1 whole. And then sliced provolone, like sandwich sliced provolone.
What about the meat, the protein?
It was a pound of ground beef. I just said
Oh,
that.
did you? I don't think you did. Did you say
did.
it? Really?
I-
I'm sorry. Okay.
Well, that's okay.
And then, and
So I-
anything else? Was that it?
That's it.
That's incredible.
I didn't put any seasoning on it. I baked the Texas toast per the instructions on the box. I took it out. I used a spoon to like mush the top down to a nice little hole was there. And then
Did you have to
while it
make the
was-
hole? Did you have to kind of scoop it out?
I didn't scoop anything out. I just squished it down.
Oh, okay. So you made like a little
Yeah.
pocket for it, a little nestled
Yeah,
pocket.
a pocket is a good word. Yeah. And then while it was baking, though, I browned the ground beef, and then I put the sloppy joe stuff in there, and then I let that cook for a few minutes because it seemed really runny to me. Again, never made sloppy joes. Not sure if they're supposed to be super runny, but it seemed runnier than it was supposed to be. So I let it cook for a while. And then I took the Texas toast out. It was already out actually because I put the little holes in it. And then I just scooped sloppy joe stuff on top of it into the little hole. And then a piece of provolone and then back in the oven for 5 minutes at 425 degrees. And it was delicious. And both of the boys were like, I don't think I'm going to like this. It looks gross. And I was like, try it. And then they both ate a ton of it.
The first thing I did, and by the way, we're aware, we appreciate good food. I make great food.
Oh, yeah.
I come back, from Italian American ancestry. I know what good food is, but sometimes, folks, you know this. You're living a life. You're trying to get through the day. You don't want to spend $6,000 on fast food. This is unbelievable. Cori is innovating in the space of
Oh.
these little meals that are really good. They're tasty. They're inexpensive for your pocketbook. What I bit into today was a damn miracle. It was so good. And what did I say? I go, got any seconds? He said, should have bought more Texas toast.
I
So
said,
get those
sorry.
2 bags. That's right.
We ate it all. Yeah, I definitely will make it again. It was the easiest thing ever. And especially on nights when the kids have, like our boys had a jazz concert tonight that they were both in. So it was like a quick turnaround time. So yeah,
Well, guess what, folks? I'm going to put the recipes each time we do this on nightstorieslive.com. That way you can visit nightstorieslive.com and we're going to have a Cooking with Cori section where we put these recipes that she talks about. Because honestly, It's easy. It's fun. I know you probably
Also,
grabbed it from somewhere, right?
yep, I was just gonna say also I gotta give credit to I found it I followed this guy called Your Barefoot Neighbor. And I would say that I don't know, like 70% of the new recipes I've been trying are made by him.
I'm glad that you're following because the food is
And then
unbelievable.
I put it in Resemi, which by the way everyone should get.
Oh my God, you and that recipe.
Dude,
It's
it's the
changed
best
your
thing
life.
ever.
I know this is turning into like we're kind of grooming a sponsor here, and I know we did this last week. I'm telling you, Lisa, shopping and it's changed our whole life, our whole household.
I'm telling you, it has like changed my life. Resemi has. It's crazy. I actually want to cook more because of it.
Is it because it just eases the burden of not having to
It's
like?
I think it's because like just the way my brain works, it's so hard for me to not only like think of meals, but then like think of the meal, write down the recipe, make sure I get the ingredients. Resemi, I just like load the recipe into the app and then I have all these different cookbooks and then I hit add to grocery list and it puts it in the on our grocery list. And then I put it on our meal plan and then it's easy. It's so easy.
Lisa, do you do the shopping in your household, or is it a mixed? Is it like a back and forth kind of thing? What's the situation there? You mind if I ask you that?
I mostly do the shopping. Sometimes I'll have my husband do like a Costco run, but I do most of the shopping and the cooking, unfortunately.
How do you work? How do you? And I know you're a good cook too, because you and Corey share recipes and are like, oh, I made this or I made this. When you go shopping, what's your guide? Do you do a paper list? Do you just do you have it in your head? Are you stressed out? Take me through your process because even me, I when I go into I freak out. I'm like, I don't know where things are, and I have it in my head. Even when I write it down, it's a very stressful experience. What about you? Are you calm? Is that a Zen experience for you at the grocery store?
I usually, as long as I like, if I have mapped out what we're eating for the week, um, like I try to come up with like the whole week's worth of food. And so normally it's chill, but sometimes I'm just not even in the mood to. Sometimes I'm like, God, I hate buying all this stuff, then having to cook it all, and then like sometimes it's exhausting. Um,
Did you say
but
do
I
you write it down?
always paper, pen,
Paper and
always,
pen. You're walking with the
all the
list.
time. I I have a list. I sometimes take a picture of the list because I'm known to leave the list on the counter.
That's what I used to do also.
Would you be against using the recipe? I'm not trying to sell you
Oh,
here. I don't work for recipe. I'm asking.
no, not at all. Corey knows. Like she was like telling me about it, and I'm like, yeah, but how much does it cost?
It's like
That was
$60 for
my
the whole year.
that was my like. I'm not spending $60 for
I'll tell
someone to
you
make
what
my
though, it's
list.
probably saving me hundreds and hundreds of dollars
Just because because you're not getting the wrong ingredients
because
or overbuying
I'm
and
not overbuying, I'm not like I'm just more organized instead of buying a bunch of random stuff. I don't know. I just feel like it's better for me.
I'm not really a random shopper. I pretty much go in there
A
with a
list.
plan.
I
Yeah.
used to like make
I
a
have a
list.
frugal husband.
I don't.
I have
I'm just
to
kidding.
because
No,
I
I'm just
overdo it.
kidding.
I'll come home and he'll be like, "Why'd you get a pack of gum? We already have a pack of gum here. Why did you need that? That was an extra $2." Like, so I'm really serious about my list.
But it sounds like you both it sounds like it's a good balance in the sense that you're more just like, ah, throw it in there. And he's more like, hey, let's take a look at the logistics here. That's why Corey and I literally are a disaster when because I'm like, I just got paid. I was like, load it up.
Oh
Lo-
my gosh.
we buy sometimes we go in, we're like, one, we double buy stuff we don't need.
No, I've gotten so much better about that because of Resemi.
No, I know that. I'm saying pre-Resemi. This is what I'm trying to say. This
And
is
by the
before and
way,
after,
you're
folks.
saying we. I just need everyone to know that I
Here we
took you to the
go.
took you to the grocery store with me earlier this week, and you bought like 5 different kinds of sauces.
Let me
Remember?
tell
Maybe
you,
he's doing a sauce tour.
I did do a sauce tour, and if we could, by the way, Corey, I'm glad you brought that up. For all the dads out there that are, loving to their wives, the reason why Aaron got the sauce was because Corey had a meeting to go to that evening, and I had to stay home and cook dinner, which I was glad to do. So what I did for the kids, I think our boys that night, I put together sort of an Asian fusion sauce night, a sauce bar, where I made sesame steamed rice. You ready for a recipe here, folks? Sesame steamed rice. We have a rice cooker. I dropped some sesame oil in there so that the sesame oil was infused in the white rice. And then I bought some just little fried chicken nuggets that you can get from PF Chang's, by the way. I'm wishing us for that PF Chang's date soon, Lisa. So I got that plain.
Yes.
I put that in the oven. I made some General Tso's sauce that I got, just some jarred sauce, and then I bought a plethora of sauces that the kids could put on their rice, from teriyaki to peanut ginger, all that kind of stuff. So yes, I did buy a lot of sauces because I'm a saucy guy and that's what I do.
He also likes to buy a weird chip.
I do like a weird Friday nights, right, sweetheart? Don't
Yep.
just you. I sound like I'm in 1940, right, sweetheart? We go to Drug Mart and we get weird chips.
He'll be like, "Ooh, look, this is like a weird organic rice chip made from something random. I don't know what I'm saying." He picks the weirdest things, and then he'll eat like 2 of them, and I'll be like, "These are gross."
That's the thing, Lisa. I take serious, or Tommy would be like, "What are you doing?" Because I take serious risks. I like to go on a Friday night where I'm feeling real dangerous and I got a little bit of cash money. And to Corey's point, I'm like, let's go buy chips we've never tasted before.
Oh
Yeah.
God, no, my husband wouldn't dare.
I
He
couldn't,
would need to know for sure that these were going to be good.
to me, it's like a mystery package. And you know what? I know I'm probably throwing away some cash because sometimes they're gross, but every once in a while you hit the jackpot. I am like obsessed with new items in stores, especially in the snack aisle. Oh my gosh.
Crazy. He's crazy.
Teriyaki jalapeno corn wafers? Yeah, let's get them, Core.
Okay, so Chad just said that he does 90% of the food shopping and about 60% of the cooking, which is amazing.
I know he's a great cook. I can
And then
feel it.
Dwayne
That's
said,
fabulous.
Dwayne said, I have to use my notes app on my phone for a shopping list so I can remember what to buy. I do 99% of the cooking and shopping. Dwayne, get the Resemi app. I'm telling you.
Don't sell it yet. They're not sponsoring us. No, but as
I,
friends, yeah,
I
maybe give it a
it's just
shot. Maybe give it a
person
shot.
to person, I'm
Person to
telling you.
person.
Because
Night
that's what I used
stories.
to do too, was use the notes app. The Resemi also breaks it down into like what section of the store it's in.
It's really helpful.
So like when I go into the grocery store, instead of going back and forth and back and forth and back and forth, I'm like going section by section. I'm like, oh, in the meat section, this is all the meat that I need.
That's really nice, actually.
It's awesome. Aaron, did you play some music? Okay.
He did.
Breaking news. It's that time of night, folks. If you can hear the paper crinkling, it's the classifieds section.
I love that sound.
Yeah, me too. Me too.
Aaron's article's in here, by the way, if anyone's interested.
Well, you know what though? I can put the link in the YouTube show notes.
Yeah, please do.
If you don't live in the county, you can't get the print version.
Paper. No.
But I will say, and I can maybe put it
There's
in the. You know what I'll do? Let me put
Yeah,
it in the
there's an
YouTube chat.
online version that you could share.
Yeah, I do a weekly column now called "Stories in a Snap." These are even shorter stories that are adapted from the audio version of 7 Minute Stories, broken down, and I'll drop that link in the chat if you're interested. And a new one appears every week. So
Oh, I heard a gasp.
Yep, the Great Gatsby is here.
I'm re- Stop.
Oh.
I'm reading this one thing that you circled. This is wild.
Yeah, go through. I knew you'd be like, what? What's going on there?
By the way, Aaron circled these. I haven't read any of them yet,
I
except
figured
the
it'd be
one I
fun.
just gasped
Did you
at.
guys get the tap shoes yet?
I think they're gone.
God, you really failed me on that.
I'm so
Cori and
sorry.
Lisa, take it away.
Okay. Queen size bed set. Headboard, footboard, cream color from Macy's. $300.
Is the mattress included? Because barf.
I don't know. It doesn't say. High top kitchen table with 4 chairs.
Oh God, here we go.
Brown tabletop. Light creamy brown
Cream
legs.
legs
Chairs are
used only 4
two-tone,
times.
brown and cream. Used only 6 times.
Oh, now
I'm just
they're
kidding.
getting honest.
It still says 4. It still says 4. I did that last time too. Remember I said 5?
Every week you add like it. Well, I mean, if they keep the table any longer, it's going to be pretty beat up.
It's $300.
Oh God, they need to mark that thing down. No one's buying it. No one wants your stupid table.
It's a high top table. A horse blanket business for sale. I don't even know what that means.
Horse blanket business for sale.
What's a horse
Well,
blanket business?
they're blankets that you put on horses.
Horses.
Well, that's what I was wondering. Like, what the heck is a horse? Does anyone drop it in the chat,
Horses
folks?
get cold too, you know.
But
Do
this,
they?
but what's the horse blanket business?
I don't know what the business is, but I know what a horse
Are you
blanket.
making horse blankets?
Are you selling
I feel
them or are
like
you
you-
making them?
I feel like you would need some sort of, I don't know, training on how to make the blanket if you're
Can you
making
read it again, Cori, just to get so I can wrap my mind around this?
Yeah, please hold. Horse blanket business for sale.
That's it?
Yep,
Wow, that was
That's it.
descriptive.
that's all
Are
it
they
is.
selling the business? Are they saying, "Look, we've had a good run"?
I think they're selling the business. But what is a horse blanket business?
That's what. That's by the way, the class.
What
Like,
is-
what's going on?
What is the business of horse blankets? Okay, and this one I think is the most interesting. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Church of the Savior, that's the address, is having a beast feast on March 21st. Clay shoot starts at 4 p.m. with potluck style meal starting at 6 p.m. Guest speaker Tim Troyer with the Reckoning International with Reckoning International. I don't have my reading glasses on. Raffle baskets galore. Trophies for top 3 best dishes. Come check out our techno hunt and our center shot archery demonstration. Hope to see you
What?
there. I don't even know what I just read.
I don't even. What is happening there? Are they feeding people? Are they shooting people?
It's a beast feast. Who's Tim Troyer? We need to look him up.
Thought you weren't going to mention names, but I love that you just put that on blast. Could you read that again, Cori? Because the reason why I circled it was reading through that. I had no idea what they were. First of all, I love a church potluck. This seems like it got a little weird. What happened? Can you walk us through real slowly, line by line? What are we hearing here?
I'm trying to leave out the address. Church of the Savior in Worcester, Ohio. We're going to go with that. Is having a beast feast on March 21st. Period. Clay shoot starts at 4 p.m. with potluck style meal starting at 6 p.m. Guest speaker Tim Troyer with the Reckoning International. Period. Raffle baskets galore. Period. Trophies to top 3 best dishes. Come check out our techno hunt
Is it
And-
skeet shooting?
and our center shop archery demonstration.
Sounds
Hope
like a
to
bad
see you
combination.
there. What's a techno hunt?
Are they
Oh,
skeet
you guys,
shooting?
when I see techno, I think of like like techno music. I
Same.
think they're using the word techno as a shortened version of technical.
Technology?
Like, what's a techno hunt? I'm
I
looking it
have
up.
no idea what that was, and I'm disappointed in whoever made that.
Techno hunt images.
It was a lot in one small space to talk about, and nothing had made any sense. It's like that scene
Yeah,
in Billy Madison where he's like, and at no point did you ever put together a coherent thought. Like
and
That
there was
is
no
exactly
point.
what happened, Darren.
there's no coherence here.
They're like, we're going to let Johnny run the ad for this week. Let's see how he does. And they were like, yep, we should have never done that.
The Reckoning International.
What is a reckoning? What? Again,
I'm looking
are
up.
they talking about skeet shooting? You know, when you shoot the clay,
Yeah,
isn't that
I
called?
heard clay. I heard clay shooting, and then I heard archery, and then a beast feast.
Are they killing someone and they're eating them? Like, what is happening?
It, this doesn't. The jargon here seems to not be inclusive. Like it's almost like an inside joke you weren't aware of.
I want someone to call and ask for details on
I'm
this event.
Rec- you guys, I thought Reckoning International for some reason. I thought it was going to be like a doomsday sort of thing, and it is not. I thought they were going to be like predicting the end of the world.
Well, what is
It
it?
says mobilizing people and resources to transform the lives of people living in poverty.
sounds like a really nice thing.
It's a charitable organization.
I don't doubt the intention, and in fact, that's maybe it's a good
I
thing
have
we're
a friend
mentioning it.
that's following them.
We're doing this to publish. It could be a good thing. What I'm saying is, what's going on with the ad copy?
Oh yeah,
Well,
I'm not
this
talking
guy's just
smack.
speaking there. Yeah.
Um, I'm not talking smack about whatever the event is. I just whoever wrote that, they should probably never let write one again.
It feels like they were trying to get a
That's all.
lot of information in a small space.
They should have bought a bigger ad.
It's
Well, I
free.
Okay. Then they should have paid for it.
Core, I want to. I actually. I want, and I want to do this for the listeners too. I do have a proposal here for us that we're going to get to in 1 second, but I want to quickly go back, Corey and Lisa, to the horse blanket thing.
Oh yeah.
So there, we could have just uncovered kind of a strange ad. Maybe it is a literal horse blanket, but apparently in business, a horse blanket or a horse blanket chart or business refers to an exceptionally large, complex, and detailed color coded single sheet document, often a spreadsheet, project schedule, or matrix used in project management, manufacturing, or particularly in the military to track multiple intricate and overlapping activities.
That sounds awful. I was very happy with it being an actual horse blanket.
So now I'm wondering, is the horse blanket in the
No, it's
context
an
of
actual horse blanket business, I believe. Like, nay, horse blankets.
Thank you so much for the sound effects.
I thought that would help. Let's call.
I don't know. Oh, but here, okay. So here's the funny thing: there is the business horse blanket, but there is also I'm looking at a picture right now. Here's a woman here who said, "I'm considering starting a horse blanket wash and repair business along with my boarding." So they're boarding horse. Is there anyone who would be willing to share their experience? Okay, and then there's a picture of a horse who, by the way, is given a side eye, and it's covered with the blanket.
You've never seen a blanket on a horse?
Never once. The
I
only
thought you
time
guys
I've
had,
Aaron
do you have
also
horse
did
farms
ask
by
me the
you?
other day,
close, yeah, we have. What's that, Core?
We have lots of them. I was gonna say, Aaron also did ask me the other day after I showed him a video of horses die standing up. So he probably doesn't know much about horses.
Can you give some context to that?
Yeah, why were we watching videos of horses dying?
I showed him a video that I saw on Instagram of a lady. She was like, I took this video of my. There were two horses. One of them was laying on the ground and the other one was standing up. And the video said, like, took this video of my horse because I thought it would be funny to say, because I thought he was sleeping. And then I was going to tell someone he was playing dead, but he was actually dead
Oh
or
God,
something. I can't, I'm wording it a lot more terribly.
this is going downhill quick. So
And
then
then-
what happened though? What happened?
And then you said, "Do horses die standing up?" Because you're the sweetest man in the world.
Well, the thing is though, Lisa, when she showed me this, it is just like a quick picture. It's like an image. And here's why.
Dwayne just said, "How about a horse and a moo-moo?" I'm so sorry to interrupt you. I just thought that was hilarious.
That's a great. So we've did, folks. We did it. We've done it. We're full circle.
So funny.
A
Is it-
horse and a moo moo.
That's hilarious.
Oh,
We have
man.
come full circle, by the way. Isn't it funny how stories put themselves together? In this image, in this meme, it is for Lisa and everyone listening to describe it, paint a picture for you. It's something that came up through Cori's social media. By the way, we do the thing where I'm not on it. I don't use social media that much. Only for work do I put things out on that. But I do at night. Cori and I will lay there and just kind of like scroll through reels that she sent me, and we're just cracking up. And one reel came up, and it was this image of a horse apparently laying down, but you can't see it because it's way in the background. And then there's a horse standing up. So frankly, the person who posted this, get your life together, because they said, "Oh, I shared this picture of a horse laying down. Unfortunately, it passed away." But if you look at the picture, all you see is a horse standing up. So I said to Cori, "That's funny. I didn't know horses died standing up." And then she thought it was the fun. She was like, "Ha ha."
I was laughing so hard I couldn't breathe. I had to like get up and collect myself.
Horses
This also
do not
all
die
happened
standing
at
up.
like 2 o'clock in the morning, though. So
That's true. Okay, so we there is no look. We're not going to figure it out. It's either I think considering where we live, we're probably looking at a horse blanket business.
I'm gonna call tomorrow.
Are they putting the business up for sale?
Yeah, that's what it says.
Okay. I did circle something that I was hoping you would mention to the listeners, Cori.
Oh, should we run our own ad?
Well, wouldn't it be funny? Should we run our own classified ad in the classifieds that asks people to not only listen to night stories, but maybe we could even prank like run it, and then we read our own ad in the classifieds.
I'm in. Let's do it.
Yes.
What do you do? Like, what are the parameters? Don't they give you a list of things of like,
Well, we have to pick our.
What do you the church never got any? I mean, did you hear their ad?
No, it has to have like a It's hilarious.
what should we? Hey, everybody, drop it in the
That
comments.
one's
What should we
listed under
advertise?
Announcements. The church one was. There's announcements. There's help wanted. There's merchandise. Oh wait, are the clogging shoes still in here?
I love her.
If they are and you don't get them this week, I'm done being your friend. Just kidding. That's never gonna happen.
I know.
Should we get a researcher for the show? Help wanted researcher for obscure late night radio show called Night Stories. What should we do? We got to put something in the classified. I just want to see it come to print and then actually just call it out.
We
I
should
think it would
ask
be funny.
people to call in.
Oh, that you are brilliant,
I know.
folks. Folks, there it is. Here. This is for you, Cor. Man, tonight on Night Stories. That is incredible. That's what we're gonna do because I knew right on time. I heard a yawn. There it
I
is,
didn't yawn.
baby. It's the
What?
it's the reason why I built the show out this way. We're at the end of Classifieds. Guess what? That's when Corey and Lisa say goodnight.
I don't know what
Isn't
you're
this
talking about.
timing? You know what I'm talking about. It's the unmuted yawn.
Wait, I have one more thing to bring up.
Okay, but then I got to get to how we're going to incorporate the hotline with this classified thing
Oh,
that you
okay,
brought
let's
up.
go
But
on.
no, you go first. Go first.
This is completely off topic. I just wanted to talk about the movie that we just watched, that we finished. Aaron and I have been watching really, really old movies from like the 30s.
Hell yeah.
Guys, we watched this movie called, was it The Wife versus the Secretary?
Wife versus secretary.
It was so funny and so good. That's
It
all.
was funny.
It was so funny and silly and
But
good.
also had a lot of heart too.
Wait, when you say old movies, how old are we talking?
This is
From the
38.
30s.
This was 38. Cliff,
Oh,
yeah, Montgomery Cliff from, frankly, my dear, I don't give a damn. Grapes of Wrath. Anyways, this was Wife versus Secretary. Here, I'll look it up. Corey, as you're announcing this, keep us going with the banter so I can look stuff up.
So yeah, so it took us, because I thought of it because I fall asleep all the time. I'm exhausted. It took us 3 nights to watch the, the movie that was probably an hour and a half long. But only because, not because it wasn't good. I wanted to stay up and watch it. I just had to go to sleep. The laundry master.
Wife
Really?
versus Secretary, 1936 American romantic comedy. So 36, Lisa.
Yes.
It's a
thank you.
dramatic romantic comedy starring Clark Gable. Sorry, not Montgomery Cliff. My bad. You all are
Yeah,
probably
that's-
people. Yeah, everyone's like, "What are you talking about?" Sorry, Clark Gable.
Clark Gable, that's who it is.
Is it Myrna Loy? Myrna Loy or Myra? I can't even say her first name. And then Jean Harlow. It was
Yes.
basically it was Gable and Harlow had a collaboration, and this movie was so good. It actually, and Corey, we were talking about this. This screenplay was based on a short story titled with the same name by Faith Baldwin. So a
Yes.
woman writer, a female writer, who published it in Cosmopolitan magazine in May of 1935. And it's just this kind of romantic comedy where Clark Gable plays this newspaper tycoon, really charming, and he really loves his wife. And he ends up, but he also has the secretary. And it starts off where this guy isn't even thinking about his secretary in an inappropriate way, or I'd say inappropriate in the sense of that he's married. But the
Well,
mother,
and he really loves his wife.
he really loves his wife. But the mom, right? His mother
Yeah, his
plants.
mother.
Go
You
ahead.
said, you said right.
Tell
you
us
said-
what happened.
Oh, I don't want to ruin the movie. I want everyone else to watch it.
You can.
She's gonna ruin you talking, but
He said right. I thought he was asking.
I won't ruin the movie. Ruin. This is. You should see us at home, folks. What I'm saying is, I'm not going to give the ending. I just want to set the premise. So basically, it is a back and forth, funny romantic comedy with a lot of heart, where Clark Gable is kind of he's working, and then you get to see this back and forth between the secretary and the wife and how they get his attention. And what happens at the end is kind of surprising, wouldn't you say, Cor?
Yeah, it's amazing. It's so good.
What other movies did we watch that we
I
really
watched
liked?
that one called The Enchanted Cottage about the ugly people.
Oh gosh, tell us. You got to talk about this movie.
This movie was wild. It was about two people who went to stay in this enchanted cottage, and they were both ugly. I do with air quotes because neither of them were actually ugly at all. They just were supposed to represent ugly people. It was from I want to say 1940s, maybe.
like ugly on the inside.
No, like ugly on the outside.
like
Like they make all these references to the girl being like homely Oh, it's from 1945.
And the guy
Um,
has like he's disfigured.
well, yeah, he has like a war
Yeah.
scar on his
He's not like the
face.
Elephant Man. He's not like,
No,
I'm a
he's
human, not an animal. Like, he's not
yeah,
that bad.
um they're both still fairly attractive people. But they like really play up how ugly they are. They talk about it a ton. And
But
I don't
then
want to ruin the rest of the movie. They fall in love, and that's all I'm gonna say. But it's the Enchanted Cottage. Highly recommend. We found both of these on, well, not technically on HBO Max, but HBO Max has Turner Classic Movies now.
yes, yes.
I've been obsessed with old movies.
They don't make them like they used to. I'm serious. And Corey and I were talking about this. The the storytelling and those movies are just, if you have some time, and my time only is in the evening. When we lay down, we watch those movies. Lisa, I got to tell you, if you can lend yourself to some of these are so good.
I love a good movie.
I
And I
really need
think,
you to watch The
yes.
Enchanted
You
Cottage
guys need
because
to
you'll
make
think
me
it's
a
hilarious.
list
Okay.
Should we also
because I forget.
yeah. We should do a movie Corey, you got Cooking with Corey. We got a movie recommendation. Corey's Movie Recs.
And I'll just be here for the ride.
Well, here's the thing. People in the last couple of weeks were saying, like, let's just leave Lisa alone on the air. I know everyone would laugh at that, but I'm not sure if you'd be okay with that, Lisa.
I would no.
For everyone's
Absolutely.
amusement, everyone's like, ha ha ha. Kyle's laughing at you. Ha 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 ha.
That's
There is
exactly what happens. Like they heard it before. Do they really want that again?
Question for you. As we're working, listen, we now that we're real pros here, and we got live streams and we got podcasts. You have a section or a segment that 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 you want to do next week that we can incorporate. We got Cooking with Corey. We have Corey's Movie Recs. What about you, Lisa? Anything
Well,
that
I
you
think
could rant about or that you want? I'm not saying you have to do it for an hour or even 10 minutes, but like a little section, a little corner of night stories that just, here's Kyle, right,
my brain. I
right
was
on
just
top.
about to say, where is Kyle? And then I
I was
looked
just
up
gonna say
and there
Kyle
was a
said it needed to
comment
be
from Kyle.
And then
lost with Lisa. Where are we getting lost? I have no idea.
he says Lisa will be okay with it. Yes, we want Kyle. By the way, haven't heard from Kyle all night. As soon as you talk about Lisa being on her own on the air, lost, he's like, 100%. Let's double down on that.
He was like, I want to see her fail.
Not fail.
Lost. He's titled it "Lost with Lisa."
I know.
That's what I spend my whole day doing is being lost with Lisa.
Really. Like I just drag you into my chaos.
You're not dragging. I'm definitely skipping along next to you wildly.
God, I love you.
But
There's
what
no
about your own
dragging.
segment? I know you guys are. I know you, Lisa. You're trying to push this away. You got a segment that you want to introduce next week?
You know what? Maybe the listeners should choose what
E-
they want me to talk about.
Everyone's saying living lost with Lisa, lost with everyone's. So I'm not sure if you want to listen to the listeners or at least the ones that are commenting, because we got our,
We should just give her 5 minutes by herself. Lost
Oh my God,
with
stop it.
Lost in Arby's with Corey. Lisa was with me at Arby's, just so everyone knows, Kyle.
Lisa almost gets shot at Walmart. I mean, I really, truly,
we could call it Lost with Lisa, but you get to pick. Don't let the world or the listeners influence you. Don't let Mila influence you. Damn it. You have a dream, you go for it. Take a 5 to 10 minute segment. It's all yours. So we can call it Lost with Lisa, but maybe we get lost in your thoughts about whatever. Could be
Her
anything.
dreamy eyes. We get lost in her dreamy eyes.
What's going on here?
Corey.
They're falling in love live on the radio.
We're
Oh,
falling. We're in
so,
love.
Oh,
yes,
boy.
we're so deeply in love. It's kind of gross at this point.
Mm-hmm.
Corey, well, you guys will have to help me.
Okay.
I don't know what I have to share with this world
I'll come
or
up
if
with
it's
something.
worth sharing.
So I literally can't finish the sentence. I sound like Elmer Fudd. Um, this widow wabbit, this widow wabbit.
What a whittle.
Should we think about then talking throughout the week? We're going to put a segment together and then we'll just launch it next week. How about that?
Okay.
Does
But
that
I
work?
think if the listeners have ideas of what they want me to talk about, I wouldn't be mad hearing their ideas. I'm not saying I'm going for it, but I probably would.
Kyle just said the transcript from Lost with Lisa needs to also be syndicated to the Medina newspaper. Lisa does not live in Medina. She lives almost a full hour away.
I wouldn't say a full hour.
It's 55 minutes.
If
I
I'm
love how
driving, I'm
you
there in
know that
38.
exactly.
No, you're not. You're not there. You're not to her house in 38 minutes.
I drove to work where she lived for nearly 4 years at the
She
marketing agency.
she doesn't live where she lives on the line between two
I,
cities.
I'm like
I
on
don't
the
want to get
north
into the
side.
details.
I'm on the north side, but honestly, I would be like 8 minutes from where he worked.
37 minutes, by the way, folks. 37 minutes to get from where we're at to here. But the point is, no, unfortunately, you're outside those lines.
I'm trying really hard to convince her to move to Medina, though.
Well,
I bring it up at least like 6 times a week.
I'm willing to move. Probably out of state though, Corey.
No.
where
Just
the
kidding.
sun
I
where
just
the
wanted
sun
to
is
see you have a
shining.
meltdown. Yes, where the
Yeah.
sun does shine.
Then I'm coming.
You've left me
You can
'cause
come too.
I I can't live in where it's hot.
I didn't say hot. No
I
one
know
said
where,
where it's hot.
if Lisa's going to go where the sun shines, she wants sunshine 300 days a year. I'm living
Oh,
in a
I don't
place
want
where
heat all year. Like, no, can't do that. I just want
No,
sun.
no Florida for us.
no Florida.
No. You know what? Maybe when the kids all graduate,
North Carolina?
we
Medina.
venture out of here
I'm
as a
staying.
team.
I'm staying here.
It's a roller coaster, folks. You see what I'm living with?
I like it here most
I
of the
love it here
time.
too.
Don't you like change?
Yeah,
No,
every 4 seasons it changes terribly.
I hate change.
I hate change too. I was just trying to con myself into thinking like change would be good.
It would be cooler if we lived closer. I agree with Corey.
I couldn't agree more. It actually ruins my life
You
that
should
we
just
don't.
move directly into my house.
I would. You guys are watching a movie at night. I jump in bed and I'm like, can you move over?
I mean, we FaceTime most of the time anyways, so it's pretty much like you're there.
Do you both have any final thoughts, not in your life, but just for this segment of this show? The goodbye, Corey and Lisa say goodnight section that I have listed out here in our show notes. We haven't quite found a really good transition to that part because it always just sounds like I'm like, say
Final
goodbye,
thoughts.
ladies.
It feels like we're on Jerry Springer, and I want to bring out Steve.
Hold on. You almost took me fully off course. The classifieds. So, what this is going to do, I'm thinking we do this. We're close. I've been working on a way to get the Night Stories Live hotline ported in. The issue is, as you know, if you've followed us for some time, I can't and don't want to show any numbers on a screen because even though most of you are listening here live or on demand on podcast form, you can't see it. But the ones that are listening live, you can see it on the screen. So I got to find a way and work with our streaming service to be able to do that.
That opens us up to creepy Catman though.
But and I'm thinking, Lisa, what we do is we put a classified ad to say, call into Night Stories. Here's the hotline.
Creepy Catman makes for great radio.
Yes.
Oh,
And I
lovely.
want it to be all three of us talking, not just me on the phone while you two are like, tell them we said hi. Because the way I was
Yeah,
doing
that
it
was a
before is,
little awkward.
yeah, I just had the phone and they're on the speaker and I'm just having a conversation and you both are on hold, just being like, what did he say?
What's going on?
Yeah, it was super awkward.
Yeah,
Yes.
we're trying our best. We're trying our best. Any final parting words for this evening? Thank you both, by the way, for always being here and making me laugh. And it's always great to have you every. And by the way, I'm acting as if you're now not regular co-hosts. Let's just call it what it is. That's why it doesn't say night stories with. It's just night stories. Night stories wouldn't be the same without both of you.
That's very
Thank you,
nice.
Aaron.
You're
That's so sweet of you.
welcome.
Thank you.
I mean that. And
We don't
boom
know how
goes
to
the
take a
dynamite.
compliment. Neither of us know how to take a compliment. We're like, thank you.
I told you I'll make everything awkward.
As will I. Okay.
I don't have anything special to say other than if you're somewhere where it's sunny, enjoy yourself.
She's happy for you.
I'm thrilled for you and your son.
I would just like my final thought to be, Aaron, just a reminder, I'd like to purchase a sauna. And I need everyone in the chat
Oh,
to convince Aaron that I need a sauna.
I told you, give him a couple weeks and he'll give in to your nonsense.
He told me it might be 3 months before he gives in.
But
This
he
has been
always gives
going
in to you.
on. This has been going on for so long. This sauna thing.
I want one
Like, and
so
you know,
bad.
Aaron's gonna use a sauna. He hates the heat.
He might actually. I think he might use it. Once he realizes how glowy his skin would be.
I could imagine just a short film called Hot and Cold premiering at Cannes. And it's just
That's
about a husband and wife, one who enjoys the sauna and the other who just runs outside in sub-zero temperature.
that's what they're gonna call the book about us. What did you even say? I forgot already. Hot and cold?
Hot and cold.
What did you even say?
I've been awake for a really long. I got up at like 5:40 this morning.
Like, are we still on, Aaron?
I'm giving you the exit ramp, so I don't want to kick you off. Okay, so
Okay.
we'll see you next week. Yes,
Mm-hmm.
and we're gonna get it all as usual. We'll get it all figured out. But I thought tonight. Did you enjoy the format? I know I keep saying goodbye, bringing you back, but did you enjoy what we kind of went through? Do you like the how did we get here? The news story. Did it feel like a good space for you too?
I feel like it was pretty
Yeah.
good.
Good.
Yeah.
Next week I'll come with a better recipe, a more
I just need
thoughtful
our
one.
listeners to come up with what they want me to talk about. Not being lost in a room all by myself. We can't do that.
I'm
I
gonna put a
will have a
poll.
meltdown.
I'm gonna put a poll on the YouTube page, and like I said, that the page I think we started what
I
in
have an idea for you.
Yes, my dear.
You could talk about your favorite gluten-free snacks.
I have to talk about food too.
I don't know. Sorry, Aaron. I'm sorry that I interrupted you.
It's totally
Please
fine.
go.
No, I was just being quiet so you guys could figure it out.
You know all the best ones, all the best gluten-free snacks.
I do.
Or we could just call it shopping with Lisa and you can talk about whatever thing you're obsessing over buying that week.
And then never actually do buy.
Uh-huh.
And
We
then if
could
I did, I feel bad about it, so I'm going to return it.
we could put up a poll as to whether or not you should buy things.
I need Aaron to put up a poll
I'm putting
for
up a poll on the Night Stories YouTube page. I think we started it in January, and I think we have 220 something subscribers. So this is a brand new page. So we'll probably get like 6 responses. But that said, I'm still putting the poll up. So maybe some of you make sure to stop by the YouTube page for especially the regulars who comment a lot. If you go to the page, Night Stories Live, you can add comments in the community. You can drop stuff, any thoughts, even throughout the week, show ideas, just to get some traction on the page that way. But I will put a poll up to say, what segment do we want Lisa to do? And I'll give you the answer. You'll have it by next week, Lisa, so you'll have something to, we'll see what happens. And then you can just kind of roll with it and see what we do.
I like it.
Awesome. Thank you both. Appreciate it.
Thank you more.
Thank you.
you. Yes. Thank you so much.
Good evening.
Good night. I love you. Bye.
I love you.
Good
Bye-bye.
night.
Good night. And then there was one. It's 11:33 p.m. You're listening to Night Stories. I'm Aaron Calafato. I've been, along with Cori and Lisa, your storytelling guide this evening. It's been a fun one. Last week, I missed you guys because we were out sick. We kind of had a little bit of a flu go through the house. We made it through. Hope everyone is making it through. Like I said at the top of the show, these are, I don't know what it is. Maybe it might be weather related or might be life related. Sometimes I feel like they're synonymous. The seasons of darkness sometimes, not always, line up with the seasons of darkness. And even just thematically, when you're going through it, it doesn't help when it's dark outside. It almost feels like it's easier to navigate when there's light. So I always say, being here, really, which is our north coast is Lake Erie and then the Canadian border here. So we're real close to the north. And the north, when it gets dark, I always say you have to make your own light. And that's what stuff like this is. That's what stories are. It's a way to make our own light and sort of connect with each other through all of that stuff. So wishing you all the best. I'm going to close it out here with a story. And I think it's one that will I want to say a bedtime story because it's kind of weird. I have a bedtime story for everybody, but this is a story that I've shared on the podcast 7 Minute Stories before. I also have a written version of it, um, but it's one of those that probably gives you a little bit of faith in humanity, and I think we need some of that now. This one is called The Deer Keeper, and it goes a little something like this. I recently got a message that said, and it was a text message, it said, quote, "I think it's dead and it's in your backyard." So first I'm looking at this and it's not the kind of text that you want to get. And it came from our landscaper, and the photo that was immediately following the text, unfortunately, was a photo of a baby deer. And it was laying sort of lifeless in this small wooded area in the backyard of our home. Now, I'm going to be honest. I have this thing. We have a ton of deer here, and I know there's a lot of folks around the world, around the country, different cultures about hunting and this and that. Either way, that's hard for me to talk about. The deer, there's something majestic about them, and there's something, even when I see a deer on the side of the road kind of thing, I'm always like, oh man. And that's anything. But for some reason, the deer hits different. Okay. So it's hard to even talk about. But when I got this picture, I didn't know and I wasn't sure what to do or who to call because I didn't want to really deal with it. I didn't want, I'm a little bit nervous about germs, so I didn't want to mishandle it. So I called the non-emergency line, and 10 minutes later, a red pickup truck pulls up, and out steps this guy in Carhartt overalls. He's got tattoos. He's got this big beard, the works. And I asked, just rather thoughtlessly, "You the deer guy?" And he nodded. He was like, "Yep, I'm the deer guy." He said, "They call me for this kind of thing." And when we walked around the house and when he saw the deer back there, he knelt down next to it. And he quietly said something under his breath. And I don't know what it was. It may have been a prayer. But then he was like, turning to me, he says, "You wouldn't believe the stuff I've seen." And the way he looked at me, that's when I realized that beneath all of this toughness was really this sensitive guy doing a really brutal job, because he started telling me stories about coyotes and pets and the intersection of those two things, and how really life and death in his world collide in the suburbs, especially with animals and weird stuff like this happening. He told me the war stories, the phone calls he would get, the houses he would stop by, and he had to clean up the mess. So he examines the deer, makes sure that it's passed on, and then he turns to me and he asks me, "Hey, do you have any kids?" And, I'm meeting a stranger, right? For the first time. I like the guy, but my eyebrows raise up, like, talking to me. And then he said, "No, I mean, are there any kids in the house?" And I could tell with his clarification, he was cool. And I said, "Yes." And when I did, he asked me to go inside and close the curtains so that the kids wouldn't have to see him carrying this dead deer, this little deer, back to his truck. And he said, there's enough chaos in the world. They don't need to see this. So I did. Went in, curtain shut. And when I came back out, he was placing the deer gently into the bed of his truck. He was laying it down on a blanket. And he had already put it there first. It really was this small act of grace. That's what stopped me in my tracks, watching him do that. And I didn't know what to do. I felt so grateful and was impressed by him. So I reached for my wallet and I was going to give him some money. And I thanked him, but he shook his head and he was like, no, that's why they pay me. This is what I do. It's all good. And then he said something I'll never forget. He said, I try to make it nice for them. The animals, he said. They don't really get a proper ceremony, so I just do the best I can because I'd want someone to do the same for me. And then he drove away. And I stood there thinking, these little cinematic moments in life, another stranger, where the interaction went the right way. And really the way of who we can be when humans are at their best. The foreshadowing of that possibility. And that's such a cool reminder that not only that's possible, but there's people in the world who do this kind of stuff all the time, that think that way, that are that way. And I thought to myself, it's as if I met a saint that day. I felt this was a saintly man. And maybe I did meet a saint. Or maybe I just met the deer keeper. You're listening to Night Stories Live. I'm Aaron Calafato. Thanks for joining us this evening. As always, you can find us streaming at nightstorieslive.com. Make sure that you're subscribed on YouTube, following us there. Tell somebody about it. Share with one person if you haven't via text. How many people you have in your contacts who could use that sort of radio light in the evening, that thing that can make them laugh but can make them think. Think about the people in your phones, and you can click share wherever you're listening, whether it's on demand on a podcast or when we live stream here on YouTube. Click share, copy the link, and text it to them and say, I listened to this thing. Would love for you to join me. And that's how we build community. If you haven't done that, we'd appreciate it. And again, if you missed any of tonight's show, this stream will be available on demand as a podcast, and all those details are in the description. My Night Story friends, so glad to be back with you. Thanks again to Cori and Lisa. I cannot wait to talk with you next time, and that'll be next week, and we'll see where the story takes us. Good night, everybody.